CeCa's aim is for every business to thrive. We're an international consultancy group who have worked with major corporations from around the world. We stand up for employees to boost their success so they can become leaders in their global market.
We believe that well-being in a business is when your employees can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively by making a contribution to the community, and are also healthy and happy.
Well-being works simultaneously with success, and businesses are becoming more reliant on companies like ours to implement tactics that increase employee well-being throughout all aspects of their businesses, as it has tremendous long-lasting effects that can help your company, such as minimising employee turnover, increasing staff satisfaction, and insisting in building long-lasting relationships between the employers and employees, as we believe if employees are treated right, then they'll treat the outside world right.
The outside world then uses the company's products again, and then that makes the shareholders happy, which is why enforcing well-being is very important for the entire Starbucks community.
Starbucks began in 1971 as a single coffee shop in Seattle. Today it's the world's largest coffee retailer with over 19,000 locations in more than 60 countries. The staff, known as partners within the company, and baristas to the public sell over 2 million cups of coffee every year and are at the heart of what Starbucks calls the Starbucks experience. Being one of the most successful coffee retailers, it is important that employee well-being is a key focus for Starbucks.
Starbucks has identified their principles under 7 categories. Please refer to these at starbucks.com.au. Although it is clear that Starbucks is putting positive measures in place to achieve their principles, there are still other areas of concern that need to be considered by Starbucks. Some of these issues we have identified, found from employees' reviews online, are cloaking shifts and skeleton shifts, as well as the late notice staff are being given on their timetables, and the need for better inter-organisational relationships. Cloaking shifts are when an employee shuts down the store late at night and reopens it early in the morning. Navarro, a 22-year-old Starbucks barista and single mother, says that you're waiting on your job to control your life. She said with the scheduling software used by her employer dictating everything from how much sleep my son will get to what groceries I'll be able to buy this month. Last month, she was scheduled to work until 11 p.m. on Friday, July 4th, and again just hours later at 4 a.m. on Saturday, and start again at 5 a.m. on Sunday. As businesses try to better serve customers by staying open late or even 24 hours, a demand in employee flexibility accompanies the effort. But while cloaking may be beneficial to businesses, as managers only need to rely on small staff numbers reducing costs, it brings with it dangerous mental and physical health side effects on the employees. The most obvious repercussion for employees is lack of sleep, which has been proven to compromise employee performance. Ceredadian recently surveyed nearly 700 human resource leaders across North America, and more than 30% have witnessed or heard about an employee falling asleep on the job. Skeleton shifts. Another issue is skeleton shifts, which are significantly understaffed shifts. It is the smallest number of people needed to keep a business or organisation operating, which is leaving employees exhausted, stressed, and often leading to them becoming sick. Caitlin O'Reilly Green, a barista at Starbucks, works 4 days in a row with only her shift supervisor in the back to support her. A co-worker called in sick each day, so she was alone serving the entire store. Her store has a drive-through, 2 registers in the front and a coffee bar, and she reports that she was the only one attending to all of them. The work was so grueling that she says she eventually developed a muscle spasm in the back and was forced to stop working for 3 months in order to recover from the injury. Employees urge the need for more stable hours as it is interfering with other commitments such as family, exercise, appointments and classes. Employees are having to put other commitments on hold to work an erratic schedule.
I worked at Starbucks in Malaysia as a barista, entered without any experience, a good beginning for someone without any experience working. The hardest part was long hours as I worked full time. It was required for us to stand for a long period of time, always had to do overtime to help out with the store. Starbucks are very good at recognising and rewarding great performance. The store manager positions within Australia is an excellent role, although there is little room for promotion once in that position.
3 times every shift, employees get to drink anything they want, such as a frappuccino or hot or cold beverage. The only bad thing is, sometimes they get very tired because the hours are really long. Starbucks is a good company to work for. Plenty of hours for those who want them and flexible around school schedules. Surprisingly high rollover of staff, including management, but steady improvement in store expectations and performance. The only thing is, it's a little bit disorganised sometimes.
I really enjoyed working for Starbucks. The management was excellent and the staff were a great group of people to work with. I learned a lot of how to multitask, organise my priorities and make sure all the customers had a satisfying experience. It was understaffed at times.
How long have you been working at Starbucks and what is your role?
I've been working at Starbucks for 1 to 2 years and I was an office support. For 1 to 2 years and I was a barista.
I was a shift supervisor. I was a store manager for over 2 years.
Worked as a barista for 3 to 4 years. Was a store manager for 11 to 12 years.
What do you like about Starbucks?
I think it's a great global brand. There was good benefits.
The ongoing training and opportunities for development. It's a very progressive and supportive company.
It's diverse, has an equal opportunity environment, flexible hours and easy to balance work and life. The colleagues, customers and the constant innovation in the company.
What is challenging about working at Starbucks?
The management, the lack of resources and lack of strategy. The management team doesn't really work well together with employees. They segregate themselves.
The working hours and rotating rosters were challenging. Early mornings and the very late nights.
The fast pace and high expectations is a sink or swim kind of job. There's limited amount of opportunities for advancement in upper management.
How are these issues affecting well-being? Epidemiological investigations suggest that shift work increases the threat of numerous psychological and physical issues due to the disruption of natural rhythms and eating and sleeping patterns. Shift work has also been associated with neurotic and gastrointestinal disorders, low levels of mental well-being and high levels of perceived stress and chronic debility. Shift work also affects employees' social life as working inconsistent and unconventional hours decreases one's availability for social participation and interaction, as our time off is out of sync with others. It has also been found that working non-standard hours increases the level of work/family conflict and reduces the level of family adjustment, such as marital satisfaction, marital happiness, and family satisfaction. How is this affecting business? There is an optimum level of stress in which employee performance level is maximised and is evidently shown in reports by Starbucks workers. Employees are operating beyond it. This is leading to excess anxiety and causing workers to become overwhelmed, distressed and dysfunctional, as shown in this graph. As a result of this, Starbucks is operating at a loss as staff have not been utilised to their full potential. Employees feel that they do not have a voice in the business and are too scared to voice concerns they have for the business or areas in which they think could be improved on. As a result, Starbucks is losing the opportunity to improve their business and fix the problems employees feel need to be addressed.
Collectively, we've come up with 3 recommendations to help you solve this problem. They can be used together or separately. The first is using a timetabling app, the second, hold regular meetings and surveys, and the third is to be productive and proactive with your timetabling. Our first recommendation is to use a timetabling app, such as Deputy, to help organise employee shifts. This app allows you to allocate shifts to employees in an interactive way. Employees can see their shift easily and get notified when one changes or a new one is added. They can also see who will be doing the same shift at the same time as them. Deputy allows employees to enter times when they are unavailable, so managers cannot put them on a shift at this time. It also has a tab to see available shifts, so employees can then choose if they want to take up this shift. It also has an on-shift function. This means employees enter when they have arrived at their shift work and you can see if employees are continuously arriving late or leaving early. Having an app like this makes timetabling easy. It makes it simple for employees to see whether their shift workers are showing up on time, as well as organising their hours so everyone can get the desired amount of time at work.
Proactive timetabling perfectly ties in with our first recommendation. What this step involves is being proactive with employees getting their timetable, making sure employees let management know their availabilities as early as possible and start to create a draft timetable weeks in advance. This gives employees plenty of notice about their shifts, as well as allowing them time to shuffle around employees to better suit everyone. By taking these steps, it ensures employees are well aware of their shift and can avoid them scheduling other things at the same time, resulting in fewer last-minute changes to the timetable of all employees.
Our third recommendation is to schedule regular meetings with employees to see how they are enjoying work and what could be better. You can centre these discussions around their shifts and if they are getting the hours they want. Alternatively, you can send anonymous surveys using things like SurveyMonkey. This will allow employees to voice their opinion about what they feel needs to be improved in terms of shifts.
So why does scheduling matter? It ensures smooth and efficient operation. All businesses have to have a smooth and steady flow with respect to its daily operations to ensure success. When all their employees know their work hours, their responsibility and their workplace, they will be able to give their maximum productivity. It helps to manage employee attendance issues effectively. One of the main issues faced by many organisations is the problem with employee attendance. When there is a proper schedule, management can deal with it properly. Easy and efficient shift management, especially for businesses that run 24/7. If there is no proper scheduling, then there will be conflicts as to which employees should come in at particular shifts. This can lead to chaos, especially during peak business hours. A proper schedule will ensure that the right employees are scheduled for a particular shift. Ensuring a fair policy. Employee scheduling ensures that all the employees will be treated fairly with regard to leaves. Management can take a look at the schedule reports and allocate leaves accordingly. The system can be set up how leave is handled, whether on a first come or a seniority basis. Effectively managing overtime hours. With a proper scheduling system, management will be able to allocate overtime hours to the employees as well as keep track of it. This is especially helpful when it comes to determining the monthly salary of an employee efficiently.
In summary, the main areas of improvement Starbucks should make are in regards to timetables/schedules, late notice on shifts and inter-organisational relationships. This can be improved by implementing our suggested strategies of using timetabling tools such as Deputy, proactive timetables and regular meetings with staff and feedback surveys such as SurveyMonkey. As a result of making these improvements, it will ensure smoother and more efficient operation and management. There is a major opportunity for Starbucks to strengthen and grow their business through acknowledging and resolving the mentioned issues. Achieving positive wellbeing in Starbucks is of high importance, as wellbeing influences the company's capability to manage to evolving demands and obligations in the market. The success of Starbucks will continue to become more reliant on wellbeing as the population grows more aware of the implications and opportunities it can bring. It is of the best interest of Starbucks to resolve these issues so they can continue to grow and thrive as a company.